What's up guys, I'm back, got a review for you. This time we have this 90 rated World Cup icon Hagi card. Now unfortunately on this card, last year he had the icon moments, had the 5-star skills, which is very nice, but on this card he has a 5-star weak foot there, which I feel like is a little bit strange to change that from one year to the other. But on stat sensor he's 5'8", got the medium low work rate, he's left foot with the 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Now as you can see by the goals, I got 8 matches, 18 goals and 4 assists, which is an insane record because now I had 2 players to bounce between. On alternate positions, so you can play the cam, he can play the left mid, and he can also play the centre mid, which is a little bit of weird variety in my opinion. It just allows him to have a little bit of playing where you want to put him, because obviously if you have like too many attacks, you want to put him centre mid, he can do that, which is, in my opinion, weird, but overall I actually quite like it. So on stats center, so he's got the 85 pace, the 88 shooting, the 90 passing, the 89 dribbling, and the 65 physicals. So on paper, it looks like quite a nice, well-rounded card overall. I decided to go with the Finnish chem style to boost up that shooting and also that agility a little bit more, and I'll speak more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel a lot. But enjoy it, and I'll see you after the positive and negatives. Peace. So what's my overall thoughts about the card then? Now first to me is the 4-star skills 5-star weak foot. Now the 5-star weak foot to me is actually very nice on this card. You can trust both of you very well to be fair, and he'll score most chances on both of them, which is actually a very nice attribute. Now the 4-star skills to me are a little bit of an issue at times. I'll speak more about that after on later down in the overall thoughts on the card. But with that being said, they're still a little bit nice to get him out of the right position at the right times. Now the pace to me, generally speaking, isn't really the best, but I do actually recommend using Finnish chem style on him just to boost that finishing and also that agility up a little bit more. So I don't actually recommend you touching that pace, even though I don't really think it's amazing. Now, the shooting for me. Genuinely exceptional this card. That finishing stat is a lie. That composure stat is a lie. And I feel like it comes to one stat in particular, that shot power. Now I've noticed a lot of the cards have really high shot power in this game, even if they're not really the best in finishes, just so good. Like genuinely the shots are just so powerful, so good. The long shots are also really good on this card. Just allows to be a really nice finisher on both feet with that 5-star weak foot, and he's probably one of the better finishers I've used this year in my opinion. Now the passing for me, very good. Generally, this is why you probably might want to blame Cam and stuff like that, but maybe not because of that stamina and stuff like that. So you're in a little bit of a predicament where you play him, because he's not really got the fastest pace for striker. He's definitely not a wide player, and the stamina is a little bit low for a Cam. So generally, you're in a little bit of a sticky situation here. But with that being said, the passing overall quite consistently good. Overall by the attributes, as you can see, really nice. Didn't really get too many assists for me because he was a goal scorer, weirdly enough, but generally he can do a lot of nice passes. Now, this is where I feel like the card is a little bit of an issue. So the agility is a little bit low on this card, especially he's 5'8". He doesn't really turn the nicest. He's not really got the high balance or the high strength, so he's not got one or the other. So he will get pushed off the ball very easily. And obviously he's not really the most agile card, like I've just said. So generally it's two really annoying attributes combined together there. But with that being said, he does have nice ball control and also nice composure. So the two really nice stats and the dribbling attributes. Now, the physicals for me. So he's got the low head accuracy, he's got the low jumping, he is 5'8", so he's not going to be an aerial threat by any means at all. The stamina, in my opinion, is very low, especially for a Cam, because I feel like that is his best position. Very low. You want 85 minimum for a Cam, so this is a little bit of a predicament, as I've already talked about, and the strength and aggression are both low as well, so he's generally going to get pushed off the ball very easily, in my opinion. So on to my overall scores about the card then. Now first for me is the pace. Now overall for pace I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I can't give it any higher than that because he's generally not the fastest card and he will get outpaced quite a lot of the time in my opinion. And that's why I feel like he's generally more suited for a Cam because he's not really that fast. Now the shooting for me I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I genuinely thought it was that good. As you see by the return for me, exceptional return. The finishing is just exceptional in this card. The long shots are really good. The shot power is just immense. This card genuinely so good for that shooting. The passing for me overall, I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. That is a little bit harsh in my opinion. I could probably give it more like a 9, but overall I feel like 8.5. If you're going to blame Cam, it's kind of fair. Now the drilling for me overall, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. As I've talked about, he's got a few good attributes in there, but he's also got a few lackluster ones. So generally, I think that's quite a decent score. Now the physicals for me, generally, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I can't give it higher than that. He's got no standout stats in there, and especially since that stamina is low and that is priority on there, I can't give it any higher than that. So on overall score for me then, so generally speaking, I don't really think he's the best of cards. He's not really got a set position in my opinion. You can't really play him in too many roles. He's generally more suited for a Cam, but as I've talked about, the stamina will let you down around the 70th minute. So overall for this, I'm going to give it a 7.9 out of 10. I really did enjoy the shooting, I enjoyed the passing, but the pace of the dribbling and the physicals aren't really the best. So overall for that, I just think that's a fair score. On value coins then, so he's not actually that expensive, especially since he's a World Cup hero card. He's got the 5-star, 4-star. He can play quite a variety of positions. Do I think it's worth it? I'm going to say no still. I think there's a lot better cards. So overall for the value points, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. But that's all for my view as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you next one. Peace out, guys.